I want to start today's video a little differently. This is not going to be a typical freestyle video. I'm going to be showing you guys some of the stuff that I'm flying, some of the things that I want to change, and kind of give you a rundown of a new build that I'm starting to fit together. So if you're interested, this is the video for you. Also, I just want to say a big thank you to the people that subscribed and joined in for the giveaway. The giveaway was very successful, and we were able to get our goal of 1,000 subscribers very, very quickly. I'm super happy and super stoked. We will do the drawing in this video, so be sure to stick around. First, let's talk about the Apex and what I'm currently flying. So this has traditionally been a steel lightweight frame with the Fettec stack and the stout motors, but it's been showing its age because they don't make the controller board. That doesn't exist anymore. But it's starting to show its age because you can't get the OSD board anymore. So I've got a small collection of cooked ones, but they don't work anymore. And I've had to come up with my own solution. I did my review with the MEPS motors. This was great. I burned that motor, and this is what we ended up with. And now it's time to move on and try something new, because MEPS doesn't seem to want to send me another motor. So I'm also getting ready for Rampage, and I've got my main beater quad. This is the main beater quad, and it's held up really well. Some of the things that I need to fix are, I've got some loose parts here, and I just want to go through it and make sure everything is up to snuff, but it's pretty much good to go. I do want to do a little video work on it and clean that up. And then we have something new. So this is the Fettec Alpha made by T-Motor. And this is T-Motor's stab at a Fettec stack, which is really interesting because traditionally Fettec makes their own hardware and firmware, and that's it. But they got this new thing, so we're gonna give this a try. This is the Pacer Alpha G4 HD. Apparently there's an analog version that I didn't get. So I might exchange it, but there's a part of me that's saying, screw it, just build it as it is and make it work with analog. I'm not sure if I can, but anyway, this is the stack. And I'm getting it ready here on a new frame. This is a Woodchuck Wasp frame. So this is a traditional, it's more like an HX shape frame. It's pretty nice. I'm excited about that. He has excellent carbon. And this is our main plate here, which I'm just fitting everything together right now to see how it goes. So just to go over a few things here. So we've got our ESC stack. This thing is super beefy too. Hang on, you gotta see this. And before we do anything else, let's do the 1,000 subs giveaway. You guys were awesome. Thank you so much for subscribing. I made my goal and I'm super, super happy. The Kool-Aid Kid, congratulations, Kool-Aid Kid. Hit me up. I'm going to try to reach out to you. You just won yourself $50 to get FPV. And before we go any further, I want to introduce you guys somebody very special to me. My new pup. This is Penny. She's a sweet husky mix that we got about a week ago. She's super tiny, very, very sweet, very cuddly, and can't wait to get out and rip some packs with me. Whoa, whoa, oh my God, so heavy. It's like this thing, let's see how much it weighs. Let's weigh it. We're gonna weigh it right now. Don't worry, that's not cocaine, I promise. All right, let's do this. 22.5 grams for this. Okay, so that's 22.5. Let's go into the graveyard. The graveyard of tears. All right, what we got? We got an ESC in here. So this is a traditional Fettec stack. Traditional Fettec ESC, rather. And that's 9.6. 9.6 versus 22.6. So yeah, that's quite the difference. I guess we'll see. $6.7 for the new one. Look at this. Look how many ESCs I've got. I don't think I've ever shown this. This is just like recent too. Okay, here we go. Got a Fettec G4, which is what I usually fly. So 5.8, forget what I said. 5.8 versus 6.6. So not a big difference. So one other thing that I'm thinking about doing is I want to try this hologram glitter spray. I've got a shadow. I've got a new shadow. So I think I want to try this hologram glitter spray. This is some cool stuff. I'll put the dog in it. Maybe she'll help sell it a little bit. I think so, right? So I want to try this on the carbon and see what kind of effect I get. Penny's helping me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, okay. She's gonna open it. You gonna open it? So the radio that I painted probably about a year ago at this point has that effect in it, and I don't know, I really like it. So I think that's what we're gonna do on the frame, and we'll see if we can actually get anything to pop off of it. What do you think, Penny? Did we do a good job? That's kind of cool. It's very subtle, but I like that. I think that's freaking rad. I don't care so much about the main plate, but the arms I think is pretty cool. This didn't work too well here. I think this needs another coat. Actually, that looks good. Yeah, it looks better in person. It's hard to tell. So anyway, this isn't a full build video, but I just wanted to show what I'm thinking of trying out. So I'm gonna fit this together slowly but surely. I'm gonna try to document as much of this as I can in case people are interested. This is the video system, which I think is kind of cool, actually. It's very complicated and really annoying to put together, but if you fly analog and you don't want static and other junk in your video feed, this seems to work pretty well. So let me just show you what I've got going on. So I showed you the old Impulse RC. So this is basically a BEC, and it cleans the power right from the LiPo power. So these black and red wires go right to the XT60 pads to power that. And then I'm going to solder directly to these top pads, probably for 7 volts. And yeah, I think I'll probably just do 7 volts for that. So that's one stage of cleaning. second stage of cleaning is this BEC here, and this takes in, I think it goes up to 12 volts. So this basically takes the power from here. This is the second stage, and then this feeds power to the VTX, the camera, and depending on if I stick with this HD board or not, this also is the OSD board on here. So the OSD board is a separate board with KISS and Fettec traditionally. So I might have to use this. I really don't want to use this. I despise this board. It's basically trash. I hate it. I don't know what else to say. It doesn't work well. It's very finicky. And my experience has been awful with it. So the more I think about it, the more I want that other board, which has the OSD built into it. It has a separate, another chip on board somewhere that gives me that OSD. So I want to try to avoid using this as much as possible. But I've also got a tiny little microphone wired in here. And then I've got this little, I think it's a 1 ohm. I'll put a link in the description for this. That actually helps clean the signal so that I could do smart audio and I can have actual audio with the microphone. So I went ahead and I actually ordered that analog version of the board. I'm not doing that OSD thing. The last things that I need to do is swap that flight controller. I need some skids. I'm gonna put a Phoenix 2 camera on there, which should be fine. And yeah, just like antenna stuff, little accessories like that. And I'm just gonna bring you guys along for the ride. And when I get those parts in, I'll make another video. We'll do a follow-up and see where we're at. I figured I'd bring you guys along for this one. I think this is kind of interesting. I don't see a ton of pilots showing like their thought process in figuring out the new build. They kind of just show up with a build. And I am fitting it together with you guys. So I think it's a perfect opportunity to try something fresh and clean. This new Fettec T-Motor stack is really interesting, heavy, but interesting. I want to try this Wasp frame out and give it the real run through. I want to try some new motors, and yeah, I mean, we're going to evolve a bit here. We're going to try some new things. I also have my eye on HD0. I've never flown it, but the system looks freaking fantastic. If you haven't seen Bot Grinder's video on HD0, it's fantastic. It shows you exactly what I wanted to see out of the system, which was like a near zero latency and very good signal penetration considering the latency. Like, I think the breakup looks great. It's very interesting to me. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much. Make sure that you're subscribed with the bell and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll put my names here. I think only like 20% of you guys are subscribed. We're gonna have a lot more content coming out on this topic, and you'll know when it comes out. So I'll catch you all on the next one very soon.
Sky high, that banana. Good boy.